It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Last outing for the Grizzlies, they won that game against the Clippers at Staples Center. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. And when you look at the center position, now, Kenny, it's not as stacked as it once was. Marc Gasol, though, still one of the very best in the business.
I would like to see a team in the NBA.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And we've got time for...
Well, guys, we've heard the term unicorn given to rare players with great height and perimeter skills like Kristaps.
Amazing to think. DA, thanks. Neither side missing a beat in its last few games. Brent, talk about how much fun it is when your team is really going and on a roll.
There's always a great feeling when you step onto a court and you're in warm-ups and you know your team maybe has won 4 of 5 or 7 of 8, that you just can't wait for the ball to go up. And I think tonight we've got a team that's on that kind of roll, and we'll see in the first quarter if they step right back into that rhythm that we expect them to be in.
And everybody usually touches the ball. A lot of guys are used off the bench. It just perpetuates itself.
That's exactly what happens, Kevin. The opportunities for the 9th, 10th, and 11th man to get playing time because the starters and the bench guys are getting you a 15 or 18-point lead. There'll be opportunities for minutes for those guys tonight as well.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. AI is out there with Harrison, and it's Gasol at the 5, roaming the paint. Pocket 4, and Mirotic kicks to Holiday. New Orleans getting another chance here. Back to Mirotic. Okafor with a screen on Anderson. Mirotic's shot is off. Memphis with the ball. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Pass to Holiday. Picked by Okafor. Here's Randall. And it's AI with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Picked by Okafor. And Moore kicks to Holiday. Elbow shot is on the way. Yep, it counts.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Anderson passes to Reyes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And so here is New Orleans. 4-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And two teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
And the rejection by Reyes.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
Gasol setting the pick for AI. From the high post. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Gasol. Gasol's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Mirotic sets the screen for Holiday. Stolen by Anderson. Randall against Jackson. Back to AI. Trying his luck deep. Okafor with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 6.
The Pelicans a much better team last year than they've been in the past. Still have some areas to address before maybe they become a home court advantage team or a top 4 seed. But the number one thing is they've got to get some more consistency in their outside game.
Randall down low. Guarded by Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Mirotic dishes to Holiday. Over Harrison.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
And the Pelicans miss again. Anderson passes to Jackson. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And I felt like they came out of that with a terrific game plan, especially on the offensive end.
The defense seemed to be swirling and guessing about where the attack was coming from, inside, outside, and in transition.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Pelicans trail. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Moore kicks to Okafor. Passes it to Holiday. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Pick by Okafor. Tries to snap the cold streak off the left rim and out.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Pushing their lead to double digits.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But
so on the 4 for Memphis. Brooks at the 3 with Jackson at the 4. Harrison out there with AI. And it's Gasol at the 5 down low. Payton outside. Now the dish to Moore. They set the pick. To the inside. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Hill.
a lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
And that one is good. Gasol's got 6. Now Payton. He's got 6. Pick by Okafor. Payton kicks to Moore. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Moore's got it back down to single digits for New Orleans. For Memphis, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Gasol passes to Reyes over Moore, and it's off the back rim, no good.
It has to be frustrated out there right now. His teammates are really picking up the slack for a lackluster offensive night.
Count it, his second make in 4 attempts.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
AI kicks to Jackson. Hill has the open look, and another 3 for New Orleans.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. AI dishes to Brooks. Back to AI. Carries it from 3-point range. He has 7.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Yeah, look out. We got a long-range duel about to happen.
Payton passes to Diallo. Back to Payton. The kick out to Hill. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his third rebound tonight. And a wide open look for AI. Gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
They set the pick. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's foul number 2 for him.
They can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Okafor. Randall comes in for Diallo. And Mirotic subbed in for Hill. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for New Orleans. Mirotic the screen. And Holiday kicks to Mirotic. To the middle. Shot to stop the run. And it's laid in by Randall. Randall's got his first basket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Reyes.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Randall. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's averaging 15 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
And Holiday kicks to Okafor. And the pass to Mirotic. No good with the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 11 to the inside. And stolen by Mirotic. From the baseline. The shot by Holiday, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And last season, a bit of a breakout one for Mirotic. Saw a huge jump in his production and shot a career best from the floor. Across the board, he was a completely changed player despite what was a turbulent season.
Okafor sets the pick for Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock. Over Anderson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Mirotic has got his first bucket of the night. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And with Mirotic, Greg, as you alluded, his year last year had a lot of ups and downs.
He missed a good stretch of the season with that broken jaw from the fight he had with a teammate. And then the trade demands to get out of Chicago shortly after coming back. And despite all this, his defense and rebounding were dramatically improved and really a key contributor on offense.
Double team on Holiday. Moore outside. And a miss there on the triple.
It seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Here's Holiday. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
That's a confident-looking shot there from Drew Holiday, playing the in-between game.
Reyes, the pass to Jackson. Over Randall. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. New Orleans making a switch here. Miller's checked in. Memphis also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Gasol. Caspi comes in for Jackson. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Harrison. Randall dishes to Holiday. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Holiday's got 6.
Now Holiday looking comfortable there when he gets in close.
AI kicks to Green. Back to AI. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Outside Holiday. And it's Miller in the corner. Outside Mirotic. Over Anderson. And so it's Memphis. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from AI.
And we saw his work over the first two quarters, really pushing the action and consistently finding the open man.
And the offense is at its best when they get him the ball. Every time down the floor, maybe one touch to ignite the offense.
Holiday and Moore, the guards. Randall out there with Mirotic, and it's Okafor in at the 5. That's the Pelicans 5. And here comes the break. Here's Harrison. Jackson trying to break free. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Harrison's got the lead up to 13. Now for Memphis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Outside Holiday. Outside Mirotic. Buries the long-range jump. Mirotic just got 5 now.
And Mirotic has some pretty good catch-and-shoot numbers. Great at knowing ahead of time as to when those shots are going to come his way.
Pelicans trail by 10. Outside Holiday. He kicks to Randall. Over Harrison. Randall no good.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Gasol setting the pick for AI. Jackson in the corner. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Alvin Gentry, one of the best offensive minds and coaches in this league. Remember, just in the recent past about his time in Phoenix and then in Golden State, now as the head coach of the Pelicans, and he's done a great job just speeding up this team, pushing the ball, and trying to find ways to put up points.
5 to shoot. Randall passes to Moore. Pulls up on the wing, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 7.
Well, that's speed shown from Etuan Moore. Good handles, and he glides right through the defense.
And yes, it's good.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. I think those are necessary things.
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're...
A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Okafor grabs the miss. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Kicks it to Miller. Now here's Payton. Tight defense on him. Just 4 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Okafor missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 23. And the wide open shot from Green. Gets an open look and hits. Green's got 7 points.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Holiday with the 3. He doesn't hit that one.
His touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Grizzlies haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Green. Mirotic is checked in for Jahlil Okafor. The Grizzlies also making a change. Anderson, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons.
Well, Mirotic last year, it was the tale of two halves. It was the shaved year versus the unshaved year for him. Great start with the Bulls and played some very good basketball, and then struggled a little bit after the trade to the Pelicans, and then boom, all of a sudden was a huge part after Cousins went down. It was extremely complimentary to the fast pace and stretching out the offense with the three-point ball playing alongside AD.
Payton kicks to Holiday. Mirotic the screen. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Reyes, and he makes good on the layup. AI's got 4 this quarter.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Memphis has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Caspi is out there with Jermichael Green. Then it's Garrett Temple. Then there's Anderson. And it's Mack in at the point guard. Green, the screen. Mack. Big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. Morris checked in for Ian Clark. And it's Drew Holiday in for Frank Jackson.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Now here is Holiday. Not a lot of room. And Jackson with the block. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Pass to Jackson. Over Randle. And another miss by Memphis.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
And Holiday kicks to Mirotic. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all?
Not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they are. Exactly.
Where is this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball, a little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
New Orleans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. On defense, the Grizzlies. Moore inside, working on AI. And each one more good for three.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Harrison kicks to AI. Outside for Gasol. Now, here's AI. Defense is right there. Jackson trying to break free. Gasol's shot is good.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Mirotic the screen. Got a piece of it. Now here's Anderson. AI dishes to Gasol. Moore with the steal. It's Okafor. It's out the key. Here's Holiday. Drilled from 11 feet out. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You have to admire the fact that Holiday never plays outside of himself, at least not there. That shot was well within the offensive game plan. He rises up and sinks it.
Good looking screen by Gasol. 6 to shoot. There's Jackson with the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Grizzlies.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for AI.
He painted a great picture on the offensive end with the ball movement tonight. Really racked up some assists and had some pretty sweet passes to go along with it.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This is